Today, we are going to talk about why your social media is not working and how to make it work for you. Typically, when I sit down and I talk to a business, the first thing I want to know is, what are you currently doing? What is working and what is not working? So today we are going to dive into the top 3 mistakes that I see with business owners and how to fix them. And in case you didn't know, I'm Alex Reed, creative agency owner, marketing coach, and your go-to for turning social media into sales. So now that we've got that out of the way, let's dive in. The first mistake that I see most commonly with business owners posting on social media is not posting consistently. If I am a customer, I'm a consumer, and I find a great business, I'm really interested in their product, the first place I'm going to look more than likely is their social media. And if they haven't posted in 1 month, 2 months, sometimes a year, to me as the consumer, that tells me that they're not engaged. Even though they may have the best customer service, they may have the best product, more than likely, I'm gonna go somewhere else, because what that tells me as a customer, to me, it kind of seems like you don't have your stuff together. There's a lack of process behind the scenes. Good businesses typically resemble a well-oiled machine. And if there's a missing piece, to me, subconsciously, that signals that somewhere along the line, there's something missing. So if you're posting consistently on your page, I am more likely to reach out to you, especially if you have engaging content, but we'll get to that next. The second biggest mistake that I see with business owners in their social media is not having a plan. If you are just posting randomly, there's no rhyme or reason to what you're putting out there. And on top of that, it makes it really difficult to stay consistent when you don't actually have a plan. If you wake up in the morning, if you haven't planned 30 days in advance, or at least a week in advance, 2 days in advance, something, if you have not sat down and created some sort of plan of action, 2 things are gonna happen. 1, you are never going to post content, because if you have to wake up every single day, figure out what to post, record it, edit it, and then post it, you have wasted so much time. And as a business owner, your time is so valuable, and you should be focused on doing other things, like figuring out how to grow your business. Social media should not be this ever-looming, dread-filled issue. It shouldn't. There are ways to avoid that. So planning is the first step. The second thing that's gonna happen is your content more than likely is not gonna make any sense. If somebody visits your Facebook, your Instagram, your YouTube, and they can't automatically tell within the first 30 seconds of scrolling what it is that you do and what you offer, you might as well have not posted at all. Your social media is a waste of time and doing you a disservice. It is doing you more harm than it is good. If somebody comes to your page and they have no idea what you do, what do you think the likelihood is of that viewer turning into a sale? Probably slim to none. The third biggest mistake that I see business owners make in their social media is ignoring the analytics. So even if you're posting consistently, even if you have a plan and you're not reviewing the analytics, how do you know what is working well? How do you know what is a flop? How do you know what is resonating with your specific audience? I'm gonna let you guys in on a little bitty secret here. The algorithm does not exist. It doesn't. If somebody tells you that they have the algorithm completely figured out and follow these 5 steps to be viral in the next 5 days, bullshit. That is not true. There is an algorithm, however, there's not some magical formula for a video or for a piece of content to go viral. So when somebody says, I have the magic equation for beating the algorithm, no, they don't, because it doesn't exist. The social media algorithm's main job is to figure out what sort of content you enjoy most, what you consume the most, and what you are most likely to watch and engage with. That being said, your audience is unique to you and your business. So if I am a med spa, the content that I put out is going to resonate completely different from, say, a fitness influencer's content. So you can't necessarily follow their plan. They may have a plan that works for them, but that doesn't mean that they have it all figured out. So the secret The little bitty secret that I'm letting you in on right now is actually that nobody has the algorithm figured out. It's like throwing spaghetti at a wall, trying to see what sticks. And this is where analytics come into play. If you're somebody who is sitting down with a brand new business, you've never done social media before, maybe your business is 10 years old, but you've also never done social media before. If you are sitting down and coming up with a brand new plan, it's gonna be really hard to figure out what exactly it is that you need to post in order to get engagement. That is why the analytics are so important. The purpose of the analytics is for you to go back once you have posted content and see what your audience resonates with the most. What got likes, what got shares. It's not about being viral. Let me make that clear. A piece of content that goes viral doesn't necessarily mean that it's going to turn into sales. If you have a piece of content that you did this wonderful trend and you gain 100,000 followers, depending on your business, that may or may not help you at all. The type of people that are now following you, do they live in your area? If you posted a viral video and you live in Los Angeles and you just had 100,000 people in literally any state but yours, and you're an auto repair shop, those views are going to do nothing for your business because those people can't use your services. They are not your ideal customer. Just a tidbit of information. So reviewing those analytics is really, really important. I'll go over that in another video. So now we're going to talk about how to fix these things. I want to educate you first on what is the difference between posting and marketing. Posting is, well, it's just posting. There's no rhyme or reason. There's no plan. Maybe your intention is to go viral. Marketing follows a process. First, you have to build awareness. People have to figure out who you are. Second, once those people know who you are, you have to gain their trust. So that means you have to nurture them a little bit. They need to get to know you. They need to get to know your services, all of that good stuff. Last but not least, then that converts into a sale. Somebody may have to follow you for 2 years before you ever get their sale, but because you were consistent, you had a plan, you nurtured them, you let them know what your sales were, you let them know what products you offered, you are now marketing. You're not just posting. If you are being consistent and you are clear in your messaging to your viewers or your followers, you are so much more likely to convert that viewer, that follower into an actual sale versus having a viral post. Just because 1 million people watch that video doesn't mean those people can use your services. That is why it is so important to have a clear process and a system with your posting so that you are following the steps: awareness, nurturing, and then conversion. Next, we're going to dive into how consistency and clarity beat trends out every single time. Both serve a purpose and both are useful. However, there is a huge difference between the two. When you post with consistency and you post with clarity, you're posting useful tips behind the scenes, repeating key messages so people actually remember what you do. You are staying top of mind. You are building trust. And this is how you train the algorithm. When you post regularly, this signals that your account is active and it is worthy of being pushed out to new viewers. And the key difference is the value of your followers. Your followers and your viewers are going to be so much more loyal to you because they value you and they value what you do, not just because something went viral. When you follow a trend, yes, there is some use to it. And yes, do I film trends with my clients? Yes, but very sparingly. To me, the purpose of a trend is, yes, for that virality or virality. And also, I think it serves a purpose in showing your personality behind the scenes, not being so professional all the time. If you only put out educational content, yes, you're serving value. However, it might get a little monotonous, maybe a little boring. So I use trends sometimes just to zhuzh it up a little bit. So what are the benefits of trends? They can give you a burst of visibility so that you reach new followers pretty quickly. And occasionally, this can lead to a viral video that can grow your followers very fast. However, I want you to think of trends like caffeine. It gives you a little boost in the beginning, but the effects do wear off pretty quickly, especially when there is no consistency underneath to support long-term loyal followers. So you need both, really, but they each serve very different purposes. That is why it is important to have a plan. Here is a simple weekly structure that I personally use for a lot of my clients that has been very effective in diversifying their content. 1 value post, 1 personal post, and 1 offer. A value post is typically something that feels like they probably should have paid for that information. An example might be if you are somebody who gives financial advice, if you are a mortgage lender, if you are somebody who helps people repair their finances, giving tidbits of valuable information that somebody can immediately apply to their life that might actually make a difference without them having to pay for it. That is value. A personal post can be a trend. It can be anything about what's going on in your life. This just helps the viewer feel connected to you and get to know you as a person and not just somebody behind the screen. Like me. I've got 2 dogs. I have 2 cats. I have ADHD, and I don't have everything figured out. Now you know a little bit about me, and it adds a little bit of humanity. You want to show people consistently what it is that you do and remind them that, hey, I have a social media platform, I provide value, I'm a real person, but also this is what I do to make money. And if you're interested in this, I'm your girl. I provide free audits for my clients, so I am going to give you the framework that I use when auditing someone's social media. And you can do this in less than 10 minutes. So take 10 minutes right now after this video and audit your own social media. See where you stand. And if you find that maybe your social media sucks, it's okay. The beauty of it is there's always tomorrow. It's never too late to start a plan. It's never too late to take action. First, take a look at your profile and take a look at your bio. Make sure that your profile picture is on brand and recognizable. Check to see if your username or your handle is easily searchable and clear to understand as well. Next, take a look at your bio. Your bio should tell people what you do and who you help in 1 to 2 sentences. Nothing more, nothing less. Somebody should be able to take a look at your bio and instantly know what you do and what services you provide. Last but not least, include a link in your bio, whether that is to a website, whether that is to a form, something. It is a next step action that will actually convert a follower into a sale. Next, we're going to take a look at branding and first impressions. Take a look and make sure everything feels cohesive, whether it's your colors, your font, your overall vibe, if you will. If your brand colors are dark green, light green, and pink, but you have red, white, and blue posted all over your social media, that doesn't make a whole lot of sense, and it's also not cohesive. If you have any posts that highlight your top services, your offers, make sure that you have some pinned posts and highlights that show your top services and your offers. Also, be sure that your story highlights are labeled clearly, and check to see that your first several posts tell the customer what you're all about. Next, we're going to check out the content quality. Check your last 3 posts and ask yourself, do these posts teach, inspire, or entertain, or do I just sell in every single one of them? If you are only posting sale posts, that's going to turn somebody off pretty quickly. Do your posts have clear hooks? Does the first line actually grab your attention, whether it's a reel or whether it's a carousel? Make sure that your text is engaging and actually makes somebody want to scroll, and make sure that they want to watch. Do your captions include a call to action? You have to tell the viewer what to do next. If you're not telling them to click, if you're not telling them to share, like, comment, follow, you're probably not going to do it. We all need a little reminder every now and then. Do you have a mix of formats? Reels, carousels, static posts, stories, and how consistently are you actually posting? I recommend anywhere from 2 to 4 times per week. Choose the one that is the most realistic for you to actually sustain long term. If it's 2 days a week, then it's 2 days a week, and that's perfectly fine. But make sure that you are posting those 2 days every single week. Engagement and community. Are you responding to your comments in your DMs within 24 to 48 hours? Are you engaging with other accounts in your niche? Are you using call to actions within your videos and not just your captions? Like, tell me in the comments if your video is about your favorite ice cream. What's your favorite ice cream? Tell me down below in the comments. Something like that. And your performance snapshot / analytics. Look at your last 5 posts. Which ones got the most saves, shares, or comments? This is why analytics are so important, because what you're going to do next is you are going to take note of which post got the most engagement and then create more of that type of content. If you checked 80% or more of that, your social media is in good shape. However, if you checked less than 50%, it is time for you to hone in on the basics before you focus on growth. So if you liked this video and you would like to see more of this type of content, please like and subscribe and let me know in the comments, what would you like to see next? What is going to help you the most with your social media? So now you know why your social media isn't working and how to fix it. If you would like my free audit checklist, the link is in the description down below. So thank you so much for hanging out with me today. I am cheering you on from the sidelines. You've got this. Go fix your social media. Bye.